I'm just walking outside to sit in our beautiful garden and discuss our final episode of my study and how to get resilience and how we can go forward from here. Good day, it's nice to be back and talk to the final part of resilience and how to give purpose in your life and meaning on your life and how to go forward from here with your fertility treatment. I think the first thing is to realize with resilience that that's something that differs from each one of us, and we also have the ability to go forward from here to do this. Resilience is how you make decisions, how you've been able to make decisions, to know the virtues and the strengths in your own personality, and also to know what is giving you joy and pleasure moments and what is my happiness spaces to make me happy as a person. With the infertility treatment, it's quite difficult, to go to a space where you can let go some of the parts, and specific here, the risk factors, the things that make you so anxious, and you don't know how to handle this treatment because you don't know how to control it. But where you come to a stage where you realize fertility treatment you can't control. There's always a part that you can't control. If that you recognize that for the first time, then you would be able to carry on from here. The infertility treatment, as we carry on with it, could be more emotional burning is then compared to the first one we did. And I think the biggest question for patients is when to stop and how to handle the second treatment if we're not successful. From a therapy side, we don't have the answers for all these things. We do know that stress have an impact on our fertility treatment, but we must come to a stage where we can let go. And how can you let go to some parts of the burden of fertility treatment? And I think when I was looking in the study specific, is when you can do problem solving and try to get to a point where you can come to a solution and understand that for all things there's not an answer, but you also can get a different solution to your problem as well. I think the second thing is to be so important to focus on something else and not only concentrate on your fertility treatment. It took me almost a year to come to the stage where I realized that if I'm concentrating on fertility treatment the whole time, this is not going to happen with me or going to happen if I'm just going to concentrate on that. So you have to look at other things, focus on other things, and that's where the virtues and the strength part is coming in. You needed to find places where you can be happy and go every day to that little space. The other things that also make you happy, I taught myself to do it with little boxes. So I always say to patients when I'm telling my story that I always put my infertility treatment in one box. I had every day a specific happiness box. I had a specific joyful box, and also a little bit of box that's giving me pleasure. And then is there also part of your family a box. You can open up a box for your family, you can open up a box for you and your partner. But I think it's where you go through the day and also make spaces during the day and time to spend in these specific boxes. That's the only way of going forward in fertility treatment. As I said, you don't have all the answers. You won't be able to know all the answers of your fertility treatment. And if you can recognize that and realize that's realistic, that we don't have all the answers, but there's always hope. So one of the things that I did for myself was specific. That's why I'm sitting in the garden today. I think it was to make a time and spending every day a little bit of time in a garden. The second thing that I did for myself is to dress very colorful, because as soon as I put some colors in, I also put myself in a different state and a mind as well. And I feel more just happy and just feel like not so depressed at all. So resilience, and I think when we look in the specific study, it was like we're looking at what is hope, what is happiness, And it was quite surprised to realize that the women are here specific the one with less resilience, and they also struggle with less to compare to the guys to focus on something else. So they can get really quite obsessive about treatment plan. And when we talk about different causes of infertility, the male cause, where the diagnosis of male fertility is there, the women are the one that handled it even more worse to compare to her husband, because she knows sometimes maybe this dream to be a mother is not going to be there. All right, I'm going to send you after this talk again a few things that you can do for helping yourself to going through the treatment plans. So one of them is mindfulness. You can start to open up your diary and write down all your thoughts and your emotional parts of your infertility treatment. Maybe try to start a new project during these times and focus on the other things in life that also give you pleasure, enjoy parts as well. And then started to look after yourself and develop yourself. How can we grow as a person during this time and not focus only on pregnancy or not pregnancy or intercourse with my husband or that part that's so important for the relationship going forward. It was really nice for me to go with you all through this journey again, and then to realize there is purpose in life. Fertility or to be pregnant is not the only purpose in life that we've been created for. We have to get past this only one purpose. There's other purposes, and as soon as we focus on other purposes of life, this one that we desperately want sometimes happen before we even think about it. So it was really wonderful to sit down and explain to you all these aspects of fertility treatment. Yes, to summarize this final talk again here is that yes, resilience is such an important part. We have to look at that, and we must try to come to a point where we can really get past or cross over, where we can look at our virtues and our strengths, the things that we sometimes don't know, and really come to a state what is authentic happiness, what is important for us. Goodbye, and it was nice to share my story with you.